Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. That's of course to my subscribers. If you're new here, then welcome. I would like to start out this whip and chat with a nice little fun find. I will totally blame Anxiety Art Adventures for this one because she ordered some pens from this company and she pulled one of them out of the bag and it was this absolutely gorgeous red, and I was like, oh my gosh. Red is hard colored most of the time for a lot of this stuff because it usually comes out more on the pink side than red, but this one was just such a bold red. I got super excited. So I went and checked out the company and, I hit buy. So I got this pen. It was the last one in stock, so I clicked the button pretty fast. I absolutely love it. It's got some whites in it, it's got some sparkly black, and of course this gorgeous, gorgeous red. I was going to unbox this on the video itself, but I got it on Friday, I think, and I just couldn't wait. I was so excited for this pen. Isn't it just beautiful? So the company I got it from is Monarch Designs YEG. I will put a link down in the description for them. They're a company based in Canada. And along with the pen, I got this lovely little thank you card. Enjoy your pen for many paintings to come. Oh yes, I have very much been enjoying this pen. It's all handwritten too, so I think that's really sweet. Along with the card came these super adorable little butterfly stickers. Oops, that one's upside down. Butterflies! Whee! And then, of course, we got candy, which not pictured is the Tootsie Roll that I ate yesterday. But Starburst and Rockets must be what Canada calls their Smarties, because we call them Smarties here. But Rockets, so that's an interesting one. And it's all tropical flavors, so I'm excited to try that out. So yeah. And then, of course, the pen came with a top, and it came with a 4-placer, I believe. But I replaced it with this placer I got from a different kit. Just because, like, not because it's bigger, but because it's a sturdier plastic. I find that on my other multi-placer, I am destroying it because I'm very heavy-handed. So, so yeah, I put the tougher one on here in anticipation that I was going to multi-place on this. But since I want to take my time with this one a little bit more and, like, enjoy it, I say that as almost half of it's done already. But I'm trying to take my time with it, so I've only been single placing with this one. Okay. So, and oh my gosh, I'm just enjoying it so much. Just so much color. It's been a blast to do. Ooh, forgot to get that one out. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Just pick a color and we'll get going here. Hope everybody's weeks are going good. Mine has been fairly quiet. Last week there's really not too much exciting things to talk about. I got my haircut on Friday, which, I have long curly hair, so when I get my haircut, it's like, oh, you cut it? But yeah, I took a couple inches off of it because it was needing it. I actually hadn't gotten my haircut since before quarantine. So, and I love the hairdresser that I was going to before, but it's quite a trip out to see her, so I wanted to plan it accordingly. So my boyfriend and I, we took a drive out, and my hairdresser is literally 5 minutes away from where my mom lives, so we took a trip out there and we visited my mom after I got my hair cut. Although, funny story, and this just proves how small of a world it is. So my boyfriend's family used to go to my hairdresser before, I think it's my boyfriend's aunt started cutting hair, and now they go to her, of course, because, wanted to support the family member starting out. Excuse me. So, yeah, prior to that, they used to go to the hairdresser that I go to. And so I'm sitting there in the chair as she's cutting my hair, and she was talking about my boyfriend, who, of course, was sitting over in the other room there, waiting for me to finish up. And I tell her, I'm like, by the way, you know my boyfriend. And she just, like, stops and she looks over at him. And she's like, he does look familiar. And I told her who he was. And she's like, oh my god. And so they got talking, like, because she was asking how his parents were doing. Made the joke of, is your dad staying retired? Because apparently his dad tends to retire and then goes back. And then retire and goes back. So he doesn't stay retired for long. So they made that joke, and this time he has stayed retired for, I mean, he's been retired for as long as I've been with my boyfriend. So, seems like this time is more successful for his dad. But yeah, so that was a funny happenstance, and of course, like, my mom goes to the same hairdresser as me, so she's just sitting there like, why didn't your mom tell me? So when I got to my mom's house, I was like, ooh, you're in trouble. I was like, why? I'm like, because you didn't tell her that who my boyfriend was. And she's like, oh, when I refer to him as his nickname, because, like, we all call him by his nickname. So and he probably didn't start going by this nickname until after he went to the hairdresser. So it was a funny happenstance. She's like, oh, I just been calling him this the whole time. I didn't even think about it. So my hairdresser did joke. She's like, okay. She's like, yeah, you know those layers you want? Well, they're super short now, you know? But of course, she's not going to do that. Nah, she's just joking around. But yeah, it was pretty comical. And then sat and talked with my mom for a little bit afterwards. My mom had a work emergency while we were there, so she was trying to deal with that while we were all chit-chatting. Yeah. Just got talking about random things and tried getting her cat out of hiding. Oh my goodness, her cat. I used to live there. I've lived there, like, for quite a bit. Like, the first time I lived there for a few years, and then the second time I went back, I lived there for... No, I was with my mom for 2 years before I moved out again. Right? No. No, the first time I was with her for a bit, and then the last time I was with her, I was only living with her from January to September. So, her cat is very skittish, and it's like, I left the house for so long, and now I go in and I try to pet the cat. Her name is Violet. She just, like, runs away from me, and she gets so tense, and she does this thing when she's nervous, she swallows. So I'll pick her up, and then she'll just be sitting there, and I'm like, stop swallowing, you're fine, I'm not, you know me. Like, I'm not sure if she's still, like, relating me back to my cats, which Peppa did torment her quite a bit when I was living there. I don't know. I reassure my mom now, though, like, Peppa got what was coming to her, because she tormented Violet for so long. And then, when I moved in with my last boyfriend, she got introduced to a husky. And anybody who knows a husky just knows how insane they are. So, yeah, so I don't think she's fully recovered from the husky to the point that I wouldn't even think about getting another dog until she passes away, just because I can't do that to her again. Like, she's stress licked, and I called her baboon butt for the longest time because she licked all the fur on her butt and her legs. She had, like, scrawny little chicken legs. And it's like, she's a beautiful cat. She's a marble tortie, so she's got all these gorgeous markings, and she just licks all of her fur off. And it's like, stop. You're beautiful. Stop it. So, she's calmed down a lot since we've left the house with the dog. Granted, now she does get picked on by Jonesy, but I mean, every time he chases her, I'm just like, Pippa, you're ferocious. You're scary. Beat him up. It's fine. Yes, I encourage my little girl to beat up the boys. Us girls gotta stick together in this house because we are very outnumbered. So yeah, that was Friday. Nothing too big to talk about for the weekend. We didn't really do much. What did I do on Saturday? I didn't... Yeah, I think we just hung out around the house on Saturday. I was having a little trouble... Oops. I was having a little bit of trouble with my anxieties this weekend a bit, but that seems to have subsided by now, which is nice. Especially since the boys are back. So yeah, on Sunday we got the boys back. And they've been doing better this week than they were the week before. They're actually, like, listening and behaving, which is crazy. You know, I had a funny story to tell you from the weekend, and I don't remember what it is now. What the heck? I'm sure it'll come to me as we keep going on here. I don't remember what it is. But yeah, it's been pretty quiet week. The boys seem to be going through, like, a spurt of which video games they're playing at the time. Excuse me. The last week they were here, Alex was playing a lot of Pokemon, and Drake was playing Fortnite because we told him, you know, you can't play Pokemon until you can read a little bit better, because that's kind of, like, very important for the game. So, we're working on getting his reading up a bit first before you can play Pokemon. So, this week, the game of the week is Smash Bros. Alex is going through and unlocking all of the spirits. And also playing Fortnite as well, because those boys are addicted to that game as much as I hate it. Alex is constantly asking us for, like, V-Bucks so I can buy stuff in the store, and we keep trying to tell him, like, look, you're not gonna like this game forever. Like, you're gonna grow out of this game. Everybody does. You're gonna have to... We're not gonna buy you stuff for it, because eventually it's gonna be wasted money. If we're gonna buy you something, it's gonna be, like, a Lego set or something like that. And something stimulating for getting their brain going. We've been issuing that new rule of you have to read an hour a week, and first week while they were at their mom's house, Alex didn't do it, and he tried to put it, like, he tried to be like, well, mommy didn't remind me to do it, and it's like, okay, well, you realize that you're doing this to try to earn something, so you gotta remember to do it on your own. You can't rely on mommy or daddy to constantly remind you that you need to read. You need to remember and come up to us and be like, hey, I want to do my reading right now, you know? But, yeah. So he didn't do his reading last week, but we only gave him a warning on it because it was the first week, and we didn't really explain to him, because we didn't think about it till afterwards, like, oh, she might not remember to do this. But, yeah. That's a really twisted drill down here. Where is it? Okay. I lost it. Okay. Attention to like, ooh, shiny. But yeah, we, since it was, like, something new, we're like, oh crap, his mom's probably not going to remember to remind him to do it, which means he's probably not going to do it for the week. And on top of it, he left the book over at her house, so we got to get that back from her as well. We were going to grab it at baseball on Monday, but Alex decided he didn't want to. He took a tumble off his bike on Sunday, and he's got this scrape on his leg. It's just basic road rash. He's fine, but he's making a bigger deal out of it than it actually is, because you know how kids do. So he didn't want to go to baseball because the socks rub up against his scrape, and honestly, we think the real reason he's done with baseball. Like, we think he's bored with it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Honestly, this week was their last full week of baseball, and then Monday's the last day of it. So it's like, okay, well, we're at the end anyways. Excuse me. And all of the other kids have kind of dropped off already, so it's kind of like, yeah, I think we're done. And something weird about this baseball league they're doing. So Alex's cousins were also in the baseball league, but the younger kids, they finished like 2 weeks ago, and we're still going. And it's like, why did you do that? Like, why are the older kids going for like so much longer? Everybody should have finished at the same time. And on top of it, like, it's literally a league of 4 teams, and they're constantly playing against each other as they go. And it's like, okay, well, it gets kind of boring after a while. And most of baseball, anyways, is arguing with Alex to pay attention, so honestly, we're not too upset about missing out on these last couple. And yeah, next year for sure we're gonna probably push him more towards soccer than baseball, because soccer a little bit more fast paced, a little bit better for Alex with his ADHD. Yeah, because yeah, he needs to have constant focus, or like something to constantly focus on to keep himself motivated. So I think soccer will be a better bet for him. Yeah, trying to adjust my lighting a bit in here, because like I noticed my videos are still pretty dark even with the light over my desk. So trying another method. I can't wait to see like how this turns out and see if this works out better. Oh, and I forgot my little disclaimer at the beginning. Currently my boyfriend is behind me playing video games, and so because of that you will probably hear clicking, you'll probably hear rapid clicking, the occasional swear word if he dies, or the occasional laughter, because apparently this game is pretty funny that he's been playing. There's a couple of things that he just like stops and starts laughing at. Like, I think it was like the opening scene of the game, the guy wakes up in a room and all he's got on is like a shirt, like a tank top and unicorn boxers, like. So apparently there's some pretty funny elements to this game. Oh, so earlier today, I'm so excited about this. Diamonds and Washi and Tiny Worlds of Wonder announced their what is it? Oh my goodness, the Chills and Drills event that's coming up here in September, and I'm really excited about it. So hopefully I can enter, like I can use Luna for that, but if not, I might. I will be very nice and I'll put on the cute little smile for my boyfriend and hope that he buys me the Randall Spangler Bubble Bubble Chocolate Trouble, I think it is. The the adorable little draglings with the cauldron. But I'm pretty sure Luna will work out for that. I ordered the Luna Lovegood from Dreamer Designs, and I was asked by I was asked on my Instagram for for me to do that in my WIP and Chats, and I definitely assured them, like, oh yeah, definitely. Basically, any painting I'm working on for longer than a week will always be in my WIP and Chats. But they wanted to see how the Dreamer Designs landed up with the Diamond Art Club stuff, so I will figure I'll do that for the event, and then I will do a post review on it as well, mostly because, yeah, Dreamer Designs is a new to me company, so I will definitely give my opinions on it, and for sure, yeah, so I've heard different mixed reviews about Dreamer's Designs, so I'm excited to do a painting on my own to see exactly like what's good about it, what's bad about it, you know, pros, cons, what have you. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. A little bummed it wasn't the Harley, but I mean, who doesn't love Luna Lovegood? She's so adorable. And she's so quirky. I think that's the best part about her, is just how quirky she is. Okay, so the other day I downloaded The Sims 4 and started playing that again. I needed a little, like, usually I would get in and like play World of Warcraft and stuff like that, but I don't know. Even with the new content drop, I'm just not feeling this expansion. So I don't know. I'm still popping in here and there, and I don't really expect myself to stay very active with it, especially since like I went through most of the new content in an evening. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. So I downloaded Sims 4, and like I've always loved The Sims, and I played it. I've only played since Sims 3, and I had most of the expansion packs thanks to my brother, because he had a bunch of them and then he got rid of his computer, so he gave me all the expansion packs, and I still have them downstairs. But yeah, I'm booting up Sims 4. It's the first time I'm actually playing it on a computer that can actually handle it, because before I was playing it on a laptop, like it was a gaming laptop, but it just was not up to par with, as, you know, my nice custom built computer. That's what I was going to talk about. Okay, I remember. I'll tell you after this. I'm so scatterbrained. I am so sorry. It's been a crazy day today. So yeah, I'm experiencing it for the first time. Of course, so I have the Game Pass for PC, which, you know, it's only like a small subscription service, and then you get access to so many games through Xbox's app, like the Microsoft app. So, like, and you can play them on your PC. Like, you don't have to have an Xbox to do it, because they have one for the Xbox, one for the PC, and one that's, like, both encompassed into one. So, I have just the PC version, because I don't like Xbox. I'm a PlayStation girl all the way. Don't try to come at me with no Xbox controller. So yeah, so through there they had the Sims 4 Deluxe Edition, which had a couple of the, like, extra packs thrown into it. So it, like, had, like, Nightlife, I think it was, and one other that was thrown in. And then the ones that I owned, like, I have the base game for Sims 4. I have Outdoor Retreat, and then I also have Get to Work, which is the one where you can actually, like, play through your Sims working life. So I downloaded it through the Xbox, or the Game Pass first, and it was extremely glitchy. Like, I had these pop-ups coming up, and it was just blank bubbles, and, like, anytime I tried to go to clean something, the bubble would be blank, and then I just click on it, and they would still clean them and stuff like that, but it was just kind of unnerving, because it's like, oh, is this actually clean, or is this to do something else that I'm going to regret later? I don't know. So I was looking into it a little bit today, trying to, like, figure it out, because it was frustrating. And, like, everybody was saying, like, oh, go into the Origin app and try to repair the game, because there's some file that doesn't cross over properly. I'm like, okay. So I was trying to do it through the EA desktop app, because that's where I downloaded it from. And it wasn't working. Like, there was no repair, and then the EA desktop actually kept freezing up on me and saying, something went wrong, it's not available right now, and it's still in a beta, so I expect it to be kind of broken. But, so yeah, I was like, well, I can't fix it that way, there's no way I can do it in the files, so I'm gonna try booting up Origin. Yeah, I booted up Origin, I did, like, the update files, it added in the couple of expansions that I had prior that I didn't download this time, because I downloaded it through a different system, and it fixed the problem. So I can see what it's telling me now. And I am learning now, because of me just not knowing what I was clicking on, my sim likes winter holiday music. I used to work retail. I don't like Christmas music. It was destroyed for me working in a grocery store and a casino. So, yeah. There's a couple things that are destroyed for me from working in those kind of places. So, yeah. Sure, okay. Yeah. So, my son likes Christmas music, which, yeah, okay. Whatever. You do you. At least she likes to cook, and, like, I had one moment where she was, like, super tense about, or she has, like, a bad day at work or something, because, like, Bridezilla was yelling at her about not having the right set list, and, like, it gives you options to choose, like, oh, tell her just apologize, or, tell her that she forgot to give it to you, and it's like, well, you're dealing with an angry bride, clearly all you gotta do is just apologize, right? No, apparently that was the wrong answer. Apparently I should have called her out. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my time. Yeah, so back to the story from earlier this week. So, yeah. Something bad almost happened. So, about 6 years ago, I built my computer. Well, with help. I mean, in reality, a couple of my friends built my computer. You tried doing that slow, it didn't work. So yeah, my friends helped me build my computer. And, you know, it was at a time where I was living with my mom, so I had a little bit of extra money to spare. So I went crazy with it. So I built a nice computer, and I bought myself a very expensive gaming keyboard, which I absolutely love. Like, it's the best keyboard ever. It can change colors, like, literally, my whole setup, I can make any color I want. Like, I am the person who literally, for Halloween, I will make my entire keyboard, mouse, I have a keyboard extender as well, and my headset. Like, I'll make them all decked out for Halloween. So, I think Valentine's Day so far has been the one that I've gotten super fancy with it, and I put a little heart in red. Right? In red? Yeah. There's a little heart in red on my keyboard, and then the rest of it's purple. So, like, I can just, like, decorate it out to the holidays, the seasons, like, Christmas time, it's red and green. Like, I just love it. And, like, when, I think it was, like, when Legion dropped for World of Warcraft, Burning Legion, the expansion, I decked it out in Death Knight colors, because I play a Death Knight. So, in World of Warcraft, you can choose one of 3 specs. For Death Knights, it's either Frost, Unholy, or Blood, and so I usually go with Frost. But, like, I sectioned my keyboard off into, like, 3 parts, and made one of them blue for Frost, one of them green for Unholy, the other one red for Blood. So, like, I do a lot of silly stuff like that. But, hey, can't say I don't get my money's worth out of this keyboard. So, the other day I'm sitting here diamond painting, and as I've explained before, I think I've explained, so I have, like, one of those corner desks right now, so my computer is set up, like, literally right there, and then this section here is for my crafting and diamond painting and stuff like that. So I was sitting here working, and then, like, I have a coaster where I set my drink, and so I don't know what happened, like, I'm not sure what caused it, what happened, but I elbowed my soda can and dumped it into my keyboard. And I, like, oh my gosh. So, like, I've spilled on my keyboard before and it's been fine. But I did this, and then I was logging into game, and I tried typing to one of my friends, and, like, it was going crazy. Like, there was, like, a million A's typing in, and I hit the backspace, and then just, like, backspace, like, half my sentence. I'm like, oh my god, my keyboard's broken. And, ironically, on top of everything else, I had literally just gotten done saying that, because my boyfriend, one of his friends made a joke in their Discord about how Razer products only last for 2 years. And I literally had just gotten done saying, oh, well, my keyboard's 6 years old, and my mouse is 6 years old, and they last a lot longer than 2 years. I should learn to keep my mouth shut sometimes, I swear. So, yeah, I dumped the soda into the keyboard, started freaking out. So, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Me and my boyfriend are he's taking apart my keyboard. And let me tell you, there's nothing more anxiety, like, the anxiety was so bad, like, watching him disassemble my baby. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not okay with this right now, I'm not okay with this. But on the bright side, got it all disassembled, and got it all clean, so now my keyboard is, like, almost basically like it was when it first came out of the box. So, nice and clean, and it works, it's fine, everything's okay with it. But, oh my gosh. That was a scary day. That was a super scary day. So yeah, the panic was real on that one, but thankfully everything's fine. My keyboard's been working perfect ever since. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Which is good, because now I'm playing Sims. So yeah. Take a drink real quick. Where are we at on time? Okay. Okay. So yeah, that was... What day did that happen? I think it happened on... Thursday maybe. And then I think Friday we reassembled it and got it back in working order. So yeah, everything was good. Computer's fine. Oh. Don't you miss when you, like, miss a little color? I notice I do that more in confetti-heavy locations than I do in color blocking. So, interesting things you learn about yourself as you do this. And there's Jonesy. You guys haven't heard him meow yet. Like clockwork, about this time every night, me and my boyfriend will be sitting at our computers, or I'll be over here diamond painting, one or the other, and Jonesy will come up and just yell at us. I promise, he's fine. He doesn't need anything. We literally just filled his food dishes. So, I don't know. He's a crazy kitten. They're all crazy kittens. Household with 4 cats. Huh. Never again. I said that before. See how well it worked for me. Ooh! Oh. There we go. Thought I got enough out. Here, an exact amount out. So... Oh my gosh, today was crazy. We had huge thunderstorms moving through us today. Oops. So usually what happens, since I am like literally across the street from the lake, usually what will happen is like thunderstorms will like come toward us, and then they'll just like go out on the lake, and then they'll just travel along the lake. Nope, not today. We actually got hit with this one. So we had some very loud thunder that literally shook the house, and very bright lightning flashes. Oh my goodness. Cats were like, well, Elvie was hiding out in the basement. Like, we were sitting here after dinner and after playing a game with the boys. I'm like, wait, I haven't seen Elvie in a while. My boyfriend's like, oh, he's probably just chilling down in the basement. I'm like, maybe he's hiding out from the storm. Yeah, sure enough, he was. Like, my boyfriend went downstairs, and Elvie came right up to him, and just sat down. My boyfriend carried him upstairs, and he was like, look, I found a kitten. I'm like, aw. I'm like, were you scared from the storm? And so we put him up on the bed, and he's been kind of relaxing there ever since, although he seems to be gone now. I guess he got tired of our company. It's okay. He'll be back. They always come back. Yeah, I'm finding the more I do this, the easier it is for my actual personality to come out on camera. Like, before I was, like, kind of being, like, more withdrawn, held back, because, you know, I always get nervous that people aren't going to like me, and, I mean, that's not my problem, you know, but, you know, if you believe in the astrological signs, I'm a Leo, and I love attention, so... Which is definitely true. Like, I sometimes think I should have been born a cat, because, honestly, my neediness is definitely on the level of a cat. But thankfully I have a boyfriend that's pretty awesome and accommodates when needed. Especially on days that are a little bit more difficult than others. Yep, so, and honestly today is one of those days, so, was it now 12 years ago today I lost my father to cancer? So, generally these days are pretty rough on me, but, like, this is the first year that I've spent it with my boyfriend and the kids, and, you know, they got me through. Like, I did not feel sad at all today, which is pretty nice. I mean, some years are hit or miss. Like, it's just how grieving goes. Sometimes you're okay, other times you fall apart because you found a shoelace. I don't know. Like, it's just how it goes. But definitely a true testament to where my life is right now, because, you know, I didn't really think about it too much today. I've been feeling pretty okay today. Like, I've been very upbeat and stuff, you know, doing stuff with the boys, doing stuff with my boyfriend. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day today. Oh my gosh, yesterday. Or not yesterday, right? Yesterday. Yeah, so filming this on Tuesday, the 13th. But, of course, you know, will be posted for WIP Wednesday. Still need to come up with a funky name for it. I don't know. It's hard to think of a name that hasn't already been done, you know? Or isn't actively being done by one of the other YouTubers, because, yeah, definitely don't want to copy anybody. But yeah, so yesterday threw me off. So right now my boyfriend is on a partial hybrid schedule. So he spends most of the days at home. Oops, that's a lot. Okay, that's fine. So he spends most of his days at working from home. But there's 2 days a week where he has to go into the office. And so those days are Monday and Thursday. So yesterday, go through all the paces and everything like that, basically he doesn't wake up very well at all. So I am the one who generally has to wake him up for work and stuff like that, even though I'm not working right now and I can actually sleep in. But yeah, so I set an alarm in the morning to wake him up and then get him going, and then I go back to sleep after he gets out of bed. I wait specifically until he gets out of bed, because the one time that I didn't, he ended up oversleeping. So yeah, I make sure that he gets up out of bed. And so I did that yesterday morning, rolled over, fell back asleep after he was like up and doing stuff. And then I woke up a little bit later, not a little bit, but it was like about an hour later or something like that. Yeah, it was before my alarm went off, I think it was. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. I woke up and I hear movement on the stairs, and you guys recall from my other WIP and Chats, the boys like to play on the stairs, and so, and they creak and stuff like that, so I was like, oh. And the Guy Jones. Yes, I know. He wanted to say hi to everybody, so that's Jonesy. Yeah. So yeah, I hear movement on the stairs, and I'm like, oh, those kids. And, it was loud, so I was like, oh, they must be jumping around and stuff like that. So I open my eyes, and my boyfriend walks in the room. And I'm like, what are you doing home? He's like, oh, well, I have a meeting I have to attend, and I don't have a headset at work, so my boss told me to come home and do the meeting and then work from home the rest of the day. I'm like, oh, okay. Second Monday now that the boys have been out of school that I've woken up so disoriented because something happened. If you guys listen to my other WIP and Chat, you'll remember before it was the whole echo thing, and now this. So I was so confused waking up, and I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I knew you'd be confused. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I am. But it was nice. I prefer having him home. I know he prefers being home. Literally, they only have him in the office because, for this one possible circumstance that actually can be handled at home, and he's proven it, because the one time he did have to do it, he did it from home. So, it makes no sense for him to be wasting the gas to go in to the office. So, fingers crossed that they will give him full remote, especially with me going to school, because that'll make things a million times easier here in the fall. Oh, yeah. Jones. I'm sorry, guys. He's ridiculous. And adorable. But yeah, so speaking of school, I got my letter of recommendation from my boyfriend's mom, and my application has officially been submitted, and my old transcript, actually, I just got confirmation earlier that got sent over. So now I am just waiting on the the acceptance into the college, yes or no. Judging, I hope it's stuff, I don't know. I'm feeling a little wary because, I'll admit, when I went to school right after, Jones, when I went to school right after college, I was so burnt out on school that I was not the best student in the slightest. I wasn't even slightly the good student, I did get a couple A's in my classes, but for the most part, I was, about C level. So, yeah, I wasn't the best student. And so now I'm, ooh, perfect. I'm looking at my, pulled up my college transcript, and I'm just, looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this college isn't going to let me in because, I have this horrible GPA from before. But I have a glowing letter of recommendation from my boyfriend's mom. So fingers crossed that well, I mean, I'm sure I'm just being crazy. My boyfriend said that he was looking at, like, the acceptance rates and, like, adult learners, or, like, they accept the vast majority of them. So the school is definitely, like, big on accepting adult learners, so. And he was, like, assuring me, like, oh, my mom did it without any college beforehand, and this and that. I'm like, okay, I'll try to calm down about it. But, you know, when you have anxiety, it's hard. It's hard to let yourself be excited for something because you're always expecting the worst. Like, that's my life. I can't remember the last time I was actually excited about something without fear, you know? As sad as that is. But, you know, I've kind of accepted that way of life, you know? Okay. Which color do I want to do next? Yeah, I just love how many colors are in this. Oh my gosh. So, fangirl moment here. So, I think it was last night, I posted a picture of my progress on my Instagram like I always do. And I, like, spazzed so hard because Sheena Pike, the actual artist of Little Rainbow Dragons, actually liked it. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, fangirl. Not gonna lie, I also did that when Anxiety Art Adventures commented on my last WIP and Chat after watching it. Like, I was on cloud 9 for a little bit, because it's exciting getting noticed by the people that you kind of look up to in this kind of stuff. Like, I have a couple of, like, the bigger YouTubers that I do follow. I follow Diamonds and Washi, Anxiety Art Adventures, Miss Crochet and Coffee, Rachel Ray. I just started following Shine Like a Diamond. And then I think I added You Can Call Me Butter to my repertoire as well to pull up those videos. Yeah, so I've been kind of, like, watching through a bunch of, like, the bigger YouTubers just to kind of, like, you know, get an idea, see what they did, see what they do. You know, because, you know, research, it's good. Yeah, got stuck. Research is definitely good. So, but yeah, I find that I definitely really enjoy a few of those channels, like, and I absolutely love Miss Crochet and Coffee's lives on Fridays. Oh my gosh, she gets me laughing so hard. Like, seriously, go back and watch the replay of last week live if you haven't seen it. Oh my goodness, her with the tiny hands, I was dying laughing. Just, yeah, absolutely dying. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I fangirled a little bit when I saw that she liked my post. I fangirl a little bit every time Max over at Punked Out Diamonds likes my posts. Like, I know, I'm a dork, but I'm excited. Like I said, when I do something, I always expect the worst, and, you know, just, I don't know, so far, like, I've gotten, I think the most likes, or most views I've gotten on my video is 20, and, like, that feels like a huge accomplishment for me right now. Like, I feel like I can actually do this, you know, and, I mean, I love how supportive my boyfriend is. Like, he doesn't know any of these people, but, you know, I spaz to him every time. I'm like, oh my god, you won't believe this. And I will say I am extremely thankful for discovering this community, because I feel like I've gotten very close to one person in particular, the Stealthy Crafter. Guys, seriously, watch her channel if you get a chance. Her stories about her kids are absolutely great, and her kids are so funny. But yeah, me and her seem to, like, I feel like we got a pretty good friendship starting here. And so, like, I love this community for that reason alone. Actually, the other day we were talking, and she said something where she's like, all I want to do is take a nap and then diamond paint. And I'm like, seriously, we need to make t-shirts of that. I wish I was more artistic, because I totally would. But yeah. So, one thing I can say, like, I'm so thankful I have her now, because for sure, having someone to gush diamond painting to, like, I can gush to my friends, of course, like, I know my friends are always there for me, but they don't really follow the diamond painting as much as I do. Like Angel, I know she's done part of a painting, I think it was. She says she lost a piece, so she couldn't continue it. Although, seriously, Angel, next time you're out this way, let me know. Let me know what you need. I have a million of them in my craft room. Just saying. but yeah, like, this is kind of like a hobby that I do, and I don't really have a lot of people who do it as well. So having Stealthy Crafter has been amazing so far, because, like, we can just gush to each other about diamond painting. And wow, so it makes it even better. But yeah, this community is just awesome. And I love watching everybody bring everybody up, and, you know, like last week, like I said, Miss Crochet and Coffee, she does a live every Friday. Her live last week actually turned into a Q&A with Miss Crochet and Coffee instead. And, like, people were asking her things like, oh, like, you know, what's your advice for getting a channel started? And she said a lot of the similar things that Anxiety Art Adventures told me when I asked her for some advice. So it's like basically just like, you know, be yourself, do things you enjoy, you know, don't try to please everyone, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fangirl a little each time somebody like that likes my post or something like that, you know. It's the little things in life, right? I've been trying so hard to pace myself on this one, and it's been so difficult because I just want to, like, go crazy. I mean, I feel like I'm already kind of going crazy because I have a lot of this done already. But she's just so cute. How can you not resist? Let's see, where are we at now? 47. So was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, seriously guys, if you get a chance to check out the shop, I definitely recommend it. This pen is so comfortable. And, like, I was, like, sitting there, like, going like this for a bit, trying to decide, okay, which end do I want? Like, I mean, either way, you end up using both ends. But I was like, oh, I think I like this one for single placing, and then this feels comfortable for multi-placing. So, yay. But yeah, seriously, check them out. There's a lot of great, like, small businesses on Etsy, and I do hope to be able to kind of explore them a little bit more. Unfortunately, I am on a no-buy right now, which has been very difficult because Diamond Art Club is killing me. This, like, last week's new releases, like, I wanted a Good Witch because she was just beautiful. I wanted, what was it, Clockwork Dragonling. I was dying for it. And then on top of it, they put in a bunch of, like, they restocked a bunch of older paintings, and a lot of them are on my wish list, including the one I want for Halloween. Like, I was just, it's killing me right now. And then on top of it, today they released, they did a sneak peek of this beautiful owl one. It's about the same size as this one, and it's just got so many beautiful colors in it. I'm like, ugh. Diamond Art Club, y'all are killing me right now. Killing me so hard. And on top of it, I do want to get a bigger tray because this one with the small little, yeah, it's just too small for me these days. Like, I'm doing all these big projects, I think I need something bigger. But yeah, I think I have my next few projects pretty well planned. Especially now that more events are starting to come out, so I'm excited for the Drills and Chills event. Like I said, I plan on doing Luna for that one as long as she qualifies. They haven't posted the rules yet on it, but I mean, if you're a diamond painter, keep an eye out for on Diamonds and Washi and Tiny Worlds of Wonder, because they're going to be announcing that, and then that's going to be set to start in September. So I'm excited, and I think there is somebody else who's doing a witch event too around that time, but I'm sure that'll come out as we go. I know there's somebody on Instagram that does, like, a really nice spreadsheet of all the events that people are doing, so I've been kind of keeping my eye on that. But yeah, I feel like eventually I think it'd be cool to do an event, but Just right now I'm just too limited, but it's okay. Soon I'll be back to work. I mean, granted, then it's going to eat up some of my time, but not too much, because, like, I think I'm only working, like, 20 hours a week or something like that. I think that's what we're agreed on. But yeah, soon I'll be back to work, and then my no-buy will be over. I can't wait, because they're killing me. Like, there's so many paintings I want. I want to try out different companies. Like, as I said, I do have a Dreamer's Design. I've mostly done Diamond Art Club so far, so it'll be interesting to kind of see how others stack up. So I do have a Dreamer Design one currently. Eventually I would like to get Craftably. I want to try out Crafties. Just trying out, like, I want to try out all these places that people are ordering from. It seems like Mary's Diamonds is starting to pick up a bit too. We'll see. I did see an unboxing of one I really liked earlier, but that would probably be further down the line. But yeah, I think I will end it here. I think we've been talking for quite a bit. So, of course, on your way out, do all the things. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me you love me, tell me you hate me. I don't know. I don't care. Although I did have to laugh with Cassie at my video from the last time. I like you! I like you too, Cassie, I do. This is why I love my friends. We're all crazy. And like I said, now you guys can really start to see my personality, because I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with this. But yeah, do all the things. Definitely hit that bell. I definitely try to keep to my Wednesday schedule for WIPs, but you never know what could happen in a week. Things could get crazy. I like doing Wednesdays just because, like, that way half the week it's week with the boys, half the week it's week just us. And I find the weeks with just us, I don't have as much to talk about as I do with the boys, because, you know, kids are crazy. They say crazy things. They pronounce words wrong, like, it's saying shitty, they said, was it shatty? I think I think Alex was saying shatty earlier, and we were kind of giggling about that. But yeah, you know, most of my stories are, although I don't think I really told any boy stories. We didn't really have a lot from this week so far, because it's been really rainy here, so we haven't really been able to do much, except for, like, stay inside and play video games. So, although we did play Uno today, so that was a fun. Drake won and Alex won. I called Uno before Alex did and busted him, made him have to draw 2 cards. I'm brutal, I know. Anyways, I'll stop talking your guys' ear off now. Hope you guys enjoyed this WIP and Chat, and I will see you for the next one. Bye!